Hi everyone, I want to make a video about healing fibromyalgia, and the reason I want to do that is because I don't want people to suffer, and I want to share my story just in the hope that maybe one person might get something from this. Because when I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, the first thing I did was to start searching for other people. But I didn't want to hear about negative things about what they had. I wanted positive things. I needed something to give me some hope. So what I want to share with you is that for me personally, the fibromyalgia was not a standalone illness. Fibromyalgia to me was a secondary condition, and I feel that it came about because of my ignoring the initial condition, which in my case was osteoarthritis, which started in my hips. And the story for me is that I pretty much went to the doctor after lots of tests. I thought that I thought I'd injured myself, and after surgeons and CT scans and everything, the doctor said to me, you have osteoarthritis in your hips, which has caused soft tissue tears, and there's nothing you can do. You may as well just stop exercising, stop doing anything that involves any kind of impact to your joints. Don't do any yoga, don't do anything. If you have to exercise, he said, just do some swimming, light swimming, and you must take the painkillers. You have to take them, and you'll be on them for the rest of your life, and there's nothing we can do. And sitting there in that room on my own, having trained and studied hard to be a yoga teacher, and to hear that man say those words to me was like he ended my world in that moment. He had no idea the flippant way he was saying that. He had no idea. My eyes filled up with tears, and I didn't start to blubber, but inside absolute horror had happened, because I wanted to be a yoga teacher till I was 99, and I have so much to share with people, and so I did. For a period of time, I believed this. I was taking the drugs. My pain got worse. I took more drugs. The pain got worse. The doctor kept increasing the dose. I started to withdraw from my life. And then everything engulfed me. I was in pain from the top of my head to the tip of my toe. Every single part of my body started to hurt me. Everything was killing me. If anyone touched me, if you could brush my skin just lightly, it would kill me. I would have nights after night after night after night of waking up in so much pain. I had nowhere to go. I couldn't lay on any side or anything. So then, after going back to the doctor, I actually thought I had bone cancer. I said, this is so bad. I'm absolutely so ill. I think I have cancer in my bones. And so that doctor then sent me for loads of other tests. And a rheumatologist then eventually diagnosed me with fibromyalgia. So this was getting worse. This was just like, oh my God, what is going on? So I had osteoarthritis. Now I've got fibromyalgia. So the whole situation was just like learning about fibromyalgia. Oh, it's a complete mystery. We don't know what it is. So Anyway, this whole cycle of pain went on for ages. I started to withdraw from life, withdraw from, you know, work, having to spend more time in bed, electric blanket on, trying to find devices to help me to work. And then if you look back at my osteoarthritis video, that is where I started to withdraw from the drugs. So I stopped taking painkillers because they weren't making anything better. In fact, the pain was getting louder and the dose was getting increased. And if you look back at some of my videos, I am so slurry. I'm ashamed of myself that I can hear my voice on those painkillers just looking at the videos. Anyway, I'm now off all of the painkillers, and I've started to focus all of my attention on the osteoarthritis. So I've done all of the things that I explained in my last video to focus completely on the osteoarthritis, and miraculously the fibromyalgia is responding to the care and attention that I'm giving to the primary illness that I had. So in my experience, I feel like the fibromyalgia was almost like an alarm bell. It was almost something which absolutely stopped me dead in my tracks and made me stop, and took over my body to such a degree that it forced me to reassess my life. And I had two choices. One was the drugs, going to bed, not having a life anymore. And the other one was to treat it and heal it myself by listening to my body's own natural wisdom, which our bodies have this wisdom. It's incredible that they have this. So me treating the osteoarthritis, now I am in a position where the fibromyalgia, it's there. It's like a really kind of, it's like a teacher, but it's like a really scary teacher. And it's almost as though when I do something to flare the osteoarthritis, or if I abuse my body and I do something, you know, that really, really aggravates the osteoarthritis, the fibromyalgia will flare up in its kind of like its big brother way, as if to say, right, we're going to take you down. So for me, I have found that I have minimized the fibromyalgia by treating the osteoarthritis. And I am going to make a video about healing the osteoarthritis. But I wanted to make the video about the fibromyalgia because I wanted to point out that in my personal experience, it's not the fibromyalgia that's a problem. The fibromyalgia is a painful, painful presence to alarm you and to make you stop about an illness that you are ignoring. There is something going on that's being ignored in my situation. So, and as soon as I put all of my attention, and my osteoarthritis is healing now, I'm going to make a completely separate video, but it's healing. I'm not on any medication at all. I've got some natural things that I've been doing. So I've been tackling the osteoarthritis and it's getting better. It's getting so much better. But the fibromyalgia isn't something that you can treat. In my opinion, of my experience, because I don't want this to be wrong, and for someone else, for this not to be the case. But in my experience, the fibromyalgia is untreatable. Everything they gave me for the fibromyalgia did not work. Everything. Nothing anyone could do would help the fibromyalgia. I could have hot baths, cold baths, massage, everything. Nothing helped the fibromyalgia except dealing with the initial illness that I had first. So if you have fibromyalgia, what I'm saying to you is look at what has been going on. Look at what did you have first? What came before fibromyalgia? What happened to you? And even though that might be less painful or less of an issue than the fibromyalgia, go and return to that. Go and look at it and put all of your spotlight on it and see if you can almost just start to put the work into there and watch what the fibromyalgia does. And if I would have seen this video, it would have made perfect sense to me. I would have been like, God, that makes so much sense. The fibromyalgia came out of nowhere, and it engulfed me. And I could have been a complete, utter cripple because of the fibromyalgia. It could have took away my whole life. So if someone had have come along and alerted me to address what I knew I had the osteoarthritis. I knew. If someone had said that, it may have just got me to that point faster. So that is the absolute only reason that I'm posting this video about fibromyalgia. And if you have osteoarthritis, and you want to have a look at my other videos, you'll be able to see all of the things that I've done regarding my diet, my sleep, my exercise, and all the things, the gadgets and things that I've used as well. I did find really helpful that when I was having quite a big flare-up and an attack of the fibromyalgia, I bought an LED light therapy device unit, and you kind of place that on the painful spots, and this deals and helps with inflammation. So for the fibromyalgia, the only real thing that gave me any relief, it wasn't enough relief for the fibromyalgia, but this gave me some relief, LED, red light LED therapy. And so I just thought I'd share that as well. But the painkillers are a cover-up. They cover up the issue. And if you're taking painkillers, absolutely, you know, you might want to take them initially, but you have to think this is not helping the situation, and the painkillers will bring about a problem of their own. So you're obviously here to this video because you don't want to have painkillers and because you don't want to have fibromyalgia. So I hope that helps, and I really send you my love and just hope that, you know, the pain is not destroying you, and just to give you hope. You will not believe I have reduced my fibromyalgia by about 90% already, and this is not in a long space of time. This is in a short space of time. So have a look within yourself and see if you can find the primary illness that came before the fibromyalgia came along. So take care, lots of love, lots of, you know, best wishes, sending my healing to you. Bye now.